Imagine this. The SWAT team descends upon your house and you don't even know what's going on. Hannah was telling the story. Let me fill in some blanks for you. At spring break, 17-year-old's playing a video game, Call of Duty, beats his opponent. The opponent's a sore loser and invokes the swatting game. That's where you call police and the SWAT team comes. More on that in a minute. He says, by the way, as he makes this call, this is the sore loser, that he's the 17-year-old, he's killed his mom, he's going to shoot other people, he's inside the house. So SWAT's dispatched. 60 officers, guns drawn show up. You got helicopters, fire trucks, 2.5-hour standoff. The kid, by the way, the innocent kid who's just playing video games doesn't even know this is going on. He's still playing. He's got headphones on. The saga continues. Mom comes out of the house wondering what's going on. The 17-year-old's brother comes home, and cops tell him, hey, your mom's been shot. And he's like, no, she's standing right there. Finally, the 17-year-old, who was still playing video games, comes out and realized he's been a victim of the swatting game. And if you haven't heard of it, we'll try and explain it to you. But let's think, number one, of what happened here. SWAT team dispatched, officers on the scene, helicopters, fire trucks, the cost of all that, the danger in all that. We've got with us a man who's got to be fired up about it, as are we, Long Beach Police Commissioner Michael Tagney. Commissioner, just give me your emotions as this played out, and somebody could have gotten seriously hurt here.
Yes, as a matter of fact, 2 Nassau County BSO officers were injured in a car accident responding to this scene.
Wow.
So people did get hurt. There was a tremendous expense of taxpayer monies. There was a tremendous waste of taxpayer resources. The entire county of Nassau, as well as the city of Long Beach, were deprived of the services of BSO if they were needed anywhere else in the county. This is a very costly and foolish endeavor for someone to put out there in the interest of fun. Well,
you know, if you catch him, a lot of people are throwing out their punishment. Here's one from, this is a Facebook comment, Commissioner, from Amy, who says restitution for the amount, which we hear is up in upwards, or could be $100,000, 500 hours of community service, 30 days in jail, and no more video games ever. What is the punishment for this?
Well, the crime is falsely reporting an incident. It's a misdemeanor under New York State Penal Code, and the punishment is articulated in the criminal procedure law. So as much as we would want certain punishments, that's up to the judicial system, and after a lengthy investigation into the background of the defendant once he's arrested.
Okay.
So we don't have much input into the punishment. As far as restitution goes, I will tell you that if the person is located, we will seek restitution through the courts, and absent being it granted, I do have every intent to file a civil suit to recover the expended funds.
Is $100,000 about right?
Well, there was 3 agencies involved: the Long Beach Police, the Nassau County Police, and the Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Wow.
With that, they all have different expenses. You know, BSO, they sent down the majority of Nassau County sent down the majority of officers to the scene, and you know, they have to decide what they want to do. But I would think that with the amount of equipment and the amount of manpower and the length of the standoff, that is a reasonable estimate.
Amount. Okay. So how did this prankster get this kid's name, phone number, address? How did that happen?
Well, right now we don't have the investigation completed, but there are a couple of ways that they do it. One is sometimes the person actually signs up for the game using their actual information. That could be one. Another one is during the investigation, they do have immediate communication. It's similar to a telephone call. They have headsets and microphones, and they just engage in regular conversation. I'm from California. Where are you from? I'm from New York. Oh, I have a cousin in New York. Where are you from in New York? Long Island. Then they slowly get more and more information from you until you give them enough that they can either do a quick search or they find out, you admit that you're from Long Beach, and then they pull up a map of Long Beach. They mention a street after they see the map. No, I'm over on Laurelton. And then it devolves from there.
Wow. Well, Commissioner, thanks again. So many are passionate about it. You know, I know my Twitter feed blew up. Everybody was just so up in arms about this. You talk about the expense and the danger to it all. We hope you catch him. And this person's brought to justice, male or female. We think it's a male here. Because this all stems from the swatting game. And it's basically, and it stems from video games. You lose a game, and if you can get a SWAT team dispatched based on number of officers that go, then you get to add up points. I mean, it's a sick, dangerous game. But a huge problem, especially for the LAPD, other side of the country, because celebrities have been targeted. Here's a few examples. Justin Timberlake, a 911 caller, says there was a home invasion. He claimed shots were fired and that the culprits left behind a box with blinking red lights, all a fake. Ryan Seacrest, he fell prey to swatting. A caller claimed, quote, mobster-looking guys with rifles fired shots at the American Idol host Beverly Hills mansion. Police later tweeted that was a hoax. Even Clint Eastwood also targeted. 911 caller said several men with assault rifles were shooting people inside the actor's Bel Air home. Police realized it was all made up just before the SWAT team was deployed. So again, dangerous, expensive, but that's what's going on. We'll keep following it for you.